Hi guys, today we will be correcting exercise 2, page 6, where you should write a list of numbers. Those numbers should be saved in an array and then the largest integer should be printed. First of all, I'm gonna start by declaring and initializing a scanner. So scanner, I'm gonna name it scan equal new scanner system.in. Okay, and now I have an error. I'll click on the light bulb because I should import the scanner. I double click on import scanner and it's imported. After that, I should type system.out.print, type a number so that the user knows that he has to type a number. Okay, so the number that the user will type, I'm gonna call it length. So int length. And for the user to type it, I have to use the scanner. The name of the scanner is scan, so scan.next. And since it's an integer, I'm going to use nextInt, semicolon. After that, I have to create the array that the integers are going to be saved in. So I'm going to write int. I'm going to name it array equal new int, and the number of elements that this array contains is length over here that the user chose. So I'm gonna type length. Okay, after that the user should be able to write the elements of this array. So how do we move from one element to another or from one index to another? By using the for statement. We start by int I equals 0 with the first index, semicolon. I should be less than length. This is length over here. And then I plus plus because we should increment I by 1. Okay, now we have to fill every index in the array. So I write array of I equal, because the user has to type them, so I use the scanner. First of all, I write the name of the scanner, scan dot next. Since it's for an integer, I use next int as well, semicolon. So we're done. We have the element saved in an array and everything. Now I should start comparing the first element with the second element, and then the greater one should be compared to the other element. So how do I do that? First of all, I'm gonna have the first element saved as max. So int max equal array of 0. Okay, and now I should start comparing it with the second element and the third and the fourth. So what should I use in this case? The 4, since it allows me to move from one element to another. So 4. Int I equal 1. Why 1? Because here I already have the element at index 0 saved, and now I should start with the element at index 1, so I can start comparing them to each other. So int I equal 1, I is less than length, and I plus plus. What are we gonna do? We are gonna put a condition. So if this max, so if the first element is less than the second element, so array of I, then what will happen? Max equal array of I, semicolon. So what happened here? I compared the max to the first element first of all. So if max was less than the first element, then the first element is max in this case. And then I repeat the for statement. I increment and then I come here. Now the max is the second element. So if we compare the second element with the third element and the second element is greater than the third element, then we don't enter this if. Okay, so here the for statement ended. After it, we want to write the statement the greatest number is. We write it after the for statement so it won't be repeated several times. So system dot out dot print the greatest number is, put space, close quotations. This statement is gonna be shown like the way I wrote it. And now I concatenate, so I write plus max. Max is gonna be the greatest number, which is gonna be array of I here. So max, and then if you want, period. So we're gonna run the program to check. Type a number, I'm gonna choose 3, and then 45, 23, 47. The greatest number is 47. Thank you all for watching.